Mandy's first scene sets up a tranquil movie. The colors are light and soft. It's beautiful, actually. And then it turns to this. Why is this chainsaw so huge? Frankly, it's awesome. Mandy's a film full of style. There's this use of color throughout it that is very well done. Whenever Mandy's on screen, the colors are in the movie are blue and light and nice to look at. And as the movie goes on, and once Nick Cage goes into a rage, the movie starts to turn red. All the colors are saturated in red. It's very pretty to look at. The use of color is accompanied by an amazing soundtrack. It's so good. There's these little guitar riffs as it goes on. In the beginning of the movie, the music is very light and pretty. And then as things get more dark and more red, the movie gets more metal, to accompany that red. It's great. The cinematography is good. There's some fantastic shots. There's a scene where Nick's driving through the woods at night. Behind him, everything is red. It's just awesome. It's great. You can tell the team really cared about this movie. The acting by everyone's great, especially the person who plays Mandy. She uses very colloquial language and just nails it.
In the neighborhood where I grew up, there were all these starlings flying around in the trees, playing and chirping. They were so cute. But my dad, he just hated them. Because they were always eating the cherries from the cherry tree. Anyway, one day, me and a bunch of the other kids from the neighborhood were playing on this empty lot. And my dad came walking across with a pillowcase and a crowbar. And there was something, moving around inside of the pillowcase, like squirming around. And he said we should gather around. He had something to show us, and so we all gathered around. And he emptied what was in the pillowcase on the ground. And it was a bunch of baby starlings. And he told us that he was going to show us how to kill them. And he lifted the crowbar up real high. And then brought it down real hard on the little baby bird. So hard that it pushed it into the ground. It was so deep in there, like a little grave,
Nick is great too. His performance is really convincing, but not as convincing as his work in Vampire's Kiss,
which he still hasn't gotten a copy of. How do I know he hasn't gotten a copy of it? Because I haven't sent it to him. Why haven't I sent it to him? Because you haven't found it and brought it to me yet. Now it's fucking Tuesday, and I still don't see it here on my desk. I don't see it.
Don't rape me.
Rape you? I will. Come on, Alva.
There's a scene where he's in the bathroom and he goes through so many emotions. He's like crying and it's like grief and sadness and all that stuff coming out of him while he's drinking an enormous bottle of vodka in his underwear. It's awesome. And it's just a great performance. Like, Nicolas Cage can still do some good stuff. He's like Adam Sandler, kind of. Like, if you've seen Uncut Gems, you're like, oh wait, Adam Sandler can really act. But if you're a Sandler fan like me, he could already act. You see friggin' Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore is a great movie. It's a great movie. Enough about Happy Gilmore. Nick Cage is the Adam Sandler of Nick Cage. I don't know. He's a great actor. He's been in some good stuff, and this is a really good movie. But there are still a couple of those Nick Cage moments which you want. You want those Nick Cage moments, you know. And
You're in my shirt! You're in my shirt!
and he's just great. He's great. He can do so much stuff. It's awesome. Some of the shots linger throughout the movie, which is it's really my only problem actually, but those lingering shots serve to like push more meaning in the scene. Like at the end of the movie, there's like this flaming building, and it really stays on that flaming building for a long time, and it adds more to it. But I don't know. That's really it benefits the film, but it also kind of annoys me. Which it's good. It's fine, you know. The story's really nothing to write home about. It's just a classic revenge story, but it's super highly stylized, like stylized to the max, which is awesome. I think it's fine. It's good, you know. And yeah, it's just a good movie. All I wish is that Nicolas Cage dabbed at the end.
Dab.